Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Real Time, where we talk about the movies we like.
And the ones we don't.
I'm Tyler,
And I'm Molly.
and like we said last time, we are going to be talking about the just released Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, the latest in the Mad Max series.
Mm-hmm. New movie out this weekend, so fun times, you know?
This was once again directed by George Miller and starred Anya Taylor-Joy in the role of Furiosa, taking over from Charlize Theron.
Mm-hmm, yeah. You know, a younger version of her, for sure.
Chris Hemsworth plays the main villain of this movie, Dr. Dementis. It's a very different role from what we're used to from Chris Hemsworth. Mostly everyone is used to seeing him as Thor here in the States. I'm sure in his own country of Australia, he's done some other things that people there would know him better as.
Yeah, but, here he's a bad guy.
Tom Burke plays Praetorian Jack, Furiosa's mentor, who teaches her the ways of driving the war rig and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm, yeah, he seems to be the best in the business.
There's something between him and Furiosa. Not sure if it's necessarily romance, because we see them doing the forehead touching that Furiosa has done with the other Vuvellini people in her tribe. But maybe it's more of a platonic love between them.
Yeah, it is unclear, which is perfectly fine.
Jack seems pretty similar to the main man Max himself, especially from the Road Warrior. So maybe that's why in Fury Road she's willing to work with him.
Maybe, yeah.
Elila Brown plays a younger Furiosa, where we see her get taken from the Green Place and eventually gets pressed into serving with Immortan Joe.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Immortan Joe has been replaced, given his actor Hugh Keysburn died in late 2020. Here he's played by Lacey Holm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And here we see a more intelligent and focused Immortan Joe. In Fury Road, we saw him as, when his judgment was being clouded by Furiosa having taken his harem of wives. Here, he's got none of that really bothering him. So we get to see, the tactical mind that Immortan Joe did possess at one point.
Yeah, it is quite different because, yeah, like you said, the choices he makes in this movie aren't clouded by anger. So we do see his more, his brains, I guess.
We do have some people reprising their role from Fury Road. Nathan Jones returns as Rictus. Angus Sampson as the organic mechanic. Weird way of saying doctor, but okay.
It rhymes, so it's fun.
And John Howard comes back as the people leader.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And another actor who came back from Fury Road but was playing a completely different character was Josh Hellman, who was playing Slit in Fury Road. Now plays Joe's other son, Scrotus.
Okay.
Bit of a funny name, but okay.
Yeah, I remembered that name through the movie because I thought it was funny.
We don't see Joe's older son, the midget in the chair, but he just wasn't in this one.
No, he wasn't.
Charlie Fraser plays Mary Jabasa, Furiosa's mother, and as she's done in a lot of Chris Hemsworth's movies, his wife Elsa Pataki makes an appearance as a few characters as well.
A few characters.
Yeah, she plays one of the Vuvellini generals and Mr. Norton. I'm assuming that was the lady with the messed up face who joins Dr. Dementis at one point.
I don't know.
But Immortan Joe isn't the only person to have their actor replaced. Lee Perry replaces Richard Carter as the bullet farmer, given that he died in between movies as well.
Yeah.
And we even get a small cameo from Mad Max himself. This time, Tom Hardy's stunt double from Fury Road, Jacob Tamuri, plays him here for the 5 seconds we see him.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't see his face. We just see him from the back, but we know it's him.
We see him leaning on the interceptor, and we see him as he sees Furiosa.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
After she's been forced to rip off her own arm to escape from Dementus and his people.
Yep.
Which I've seen people online speculate that maybe Max gave Furiosa a ride back to the Citadel, but who knows?
Yeah. Who knows?
So, what were your thoughts on Furiosa?
I mean, it was another action-packed movie like Fury Road. It had similarities to Fury Road. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I did think towards the end, I don't know if it was just I was just very uncomfortable in the movie theater just because I had a sunburn on my face and my unborn baby was kicking me. So I was ready to go home by the end. I was kind of wanting it to finish up kind of quickly, but that may have been the environment. It may have not been the movie's fault.
Yeah, but this movie is 2.5 hours long, but I feel like for the most part it just breezes right through it.
Yeah, I don't think it seemed like we were in there for 2.5 hours.
Like with the better Mad Max movies, it may have a long length or may feel like a long length, but it doesn't feel like a bad long time at all, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, going back to what some stuff we were talking about in our Fury Road portion of our last video, I don't think I said anything out of pocket in terms of forced diversity. Do you think?
I guess not.
Basically, wanting them to be actual characters and not just something just to say, "Hey, we got a woman in here."
Yeah. Actual fleshed out characters. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's. I don't think anyone can take my words out of context. Probably.
I don't think so.
This is the internet. Someone will.
Maybe.
But once again, we have none of that forced anything here because Furiosa is once again an interesting, capable, and intelligent character.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even when she gets kidnapped at the beginning of the movie, she's doing things here and there to sabotage her kidnapper's efforts, whether it be chewing through the fuel line of one of their motorcycles or making one of them wreck by getting their neck caught by the chains of their motorcycle.
Yeah, and also she, because she doesn't want anyone to know where she came from, she stabs that guy who captured her in his throat so he can't talk.
Well, yeah, that's with the motorcycle thing.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Sorry, I'm sorry.
And later on in the movie, she gets traded to Immortan Joe when Dementus takes over when he takes over Gastown, and she's meant to be one of his wives, which there were prequel comics when Fury Road came out that detailed some of Furiosa's backstory, where she was found to be barren, which led her to basically getting cast aside, and she would work her way up through the ranks to become an imperator. Here, it basically retcons all of that.
Yeah, because she does escape from, the wives' quarters or whatever, and just starts all over, shaves her hair, and starts all over as disguised as a boy.
A boy that can't speak. And she does this because at one point, Rictus decides he wants to... well, honestly, it was a little ambiguous whether he was actually going to molest her or just wanted to play with her hair. He's kind of stupid, so who knows?
Yeah, he kind of has a childish mind, so I guess you couldn't really say what was about to happen.
It could have gone either way.
Yeah.
So she's eventually found out by Jack when they're defending the war rig from people who are trying to steal what they got. And he takes her under his wing basically and teaches her the ropes.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Because she proves herself. So he's like, yeah, I think I definitely want her as like my second in command.
And essentially, I would feel like Joe, if he, whether or not he realized that this was the girl that he traded with Dementis, maybe he realized she's probably doing better work with Jack on the war rig, so I don't need to make her one of the wives.
Yeah, because I do think he's a smart guy, so he knows if someone's going to help him out in a different position, he's fine with that.
Evil guy, really, really gross and icky, but he does know a thing or two, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He does.
Eventually, Furiosa makes a partnership with Joe after Dementis kills Jack, so that they can actually take him down, because he's trying to take over from. He's already taken over Gastown and the Bullet Farm. They don't want him taking over the Citadel, so they gotta have a partnership.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And eventually they do. They take him down. I guess spoiler alert, but whatever. If you're familiar with this series, you know that bad things happen to the bad guys.
Yep. They do.
And all things considered, this is a really solid entry in the Mad Max franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so.
Where would this go in the rankings for you?
I'm not for sure. I don't think it would be on top, but it definitely would not be on bottom.
Yeah, I'd say this would go under Fury Road and above the original. So, number 3.
Number 3, yeah. That sounds good. That sounds right.
Now, this movie just came out, like we said, and it's been, well, it's not doing great at the box office. It's had the lowest performing for a Memorial Day weekend movie in 41 years since Return of the Jedi.
Well, wait, 41 years since Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi was bad?
No.
Or did bad?
Yeah, in its opening weekend.
Huh. And it opened on Memorial Day?
I wouldn't be saying this if it didn't.
Yeah. I don't know.
Eventually, I'm sure this will make back its money due to home sales and all that. Same thing with how Fury Road did. But it's a little concerning, given that this and just a few weeks ago's The Fall Guy didn't do well financially either.
Yeah. I mean, you could chalk that up to a lot of reasons.
Well, it is what it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah.
Plus, this movie also had competition from the Garfield movie, which also isn't really doing great financially either. So, yeah, whatever.
Maybe, I mean, I know it's Memorial Weekend, but maybe people just want to do other things this weekend.
Maybe movies just cost too much.
That's true, too.
Well, do you have anything more to say on Furiosa?
I don't think so. You know, it was pretty cool. There were a lot of really cool action scenes in this one.
Yeah, I feel like this one was well, I'm gonna get into my problems with this movie. Then it's not a lot, but there are some. I feel like there was less of a emphasis on practical effects and stunts in this one than there were in Fury Road.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, and I feel like it also has maybe a bit of a different look to it, but that could also be because the cinematographer changed between movies.
Yeah, that could make an impact on it.
Also, at times, I felt like this was more of a Fury Road prequel than a Furiosa prequel, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Not necessarily a bad thing, just a little bit of a lost focus at times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that.
But I definitely recommend seeing this movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
Now, what do we have on the agenda for next time?
Don't look at me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we will.
Oh, we'll see you next time then.
See you next time.